All right. Solid first half by the Chicago Bulls. They're up by 6 against the New Orleans Pelicans. Even though it's had its moments where the Pelicans have even taken the lead briefly at some spots in this game. And the thing that it concerns me so far in this game is the Bulls aren't shooting the three ball too well, right? 8 of 20 from the field. The Pelicans are even worse, 4 of 24. But the reason why I say that concerns me a little bit with this team is mainly just due to the fact that if the Bulls aren't going to be shooting threes at a really good rate, if the Pelicans decide to get really physical with us, we've already seen it in brief stretches of this game. The Bulls really have nothing. They really have nothing if they get physical with us. If they try to get to the paint, those type of things. And we're slow going right now for the Bulls. Right now the Bulls offense doesn't have that little bit of edge that we've seen at times from it before, which is really standing out as well. Nikola Vucevic is our leading scorer with 16 points. We got 8 points from Kobe White, but he's only 2 for 6 from the field. Zach LaVine's 1 of 7 for 2 points. Josh Giddey, thank God he's on double watch again. 7 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block from Josh Giddey. And thank God he's putting up that production. Because if it wasn't for him and like Lonzo and Jalen Smith scoring effectively, and Modest as well with 5 points, like this, I don't think the Bulls would have the lead right now. Kobe and LaVine got to get it going. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If we want to be able to win this game, especially if the Pelicans in this second half decide to make it a more physical game, the Bulls are Kobe and Zach are gonna have to score better than what they're scoring right now. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They got to get it together. They got to get it, because I'll tell you what, we have no physical presence that can match with Zion Williamson. None. We have no physical presence that can match with Zion at all. And so, other than unless he's going to get in foul trouble, because he had some times with fouls in this game for sure, things like that. But if the Bulls aren't going to lock in and get that done, it's going to be a long and ugly night for the Chicago Bulls if the Pelicans decide to get physical. So we'll see what happens. Zach letting Vooch cook. No, not when you take 7 shots and you're 1 for 7. That's not letting Zach cook. That means you're shooting the ball bad right now. And yeah, he's shooting the ball bad. It is what it is. I think considering the place the Bulls are in, I feel like once the Bears, Blackhawks, and Cubs hopefully start becoming contenders, nobody's going to want to watch the Bulls anymore. Are you crazy, Josh? Do you know, like, the Bulls, like, keep in mind, the Bulls fan base isn't just in the city of Chicago. The Bulls have a worldwide fan base. So even if every other team in Chicago is doing great, the Bulls are still going to have their fan base. So 5 Javontes out there's amazing. Like, how do you have the cap space for 5 Javonte Greens? That's crazy. We have to wall up or something on this, bro. I don't even think that helps. I mean, the Bulls, we just don't have a physical presence like that. Even our bigs, Vooch is soft. Jalen Smith is called Sticks for a reason, right? Like, this is one of those games where, like, if the Bulls wanted a physical body, EJ Liddell or Adama Sanogo would have had to play on top of Patrick Williams playing. Like, just would have had to be there. The hell's going on with Zach tonight? Bro has not been shooting well at all. And I mean, listen, everybody cools off eventually. And Zach LaVine, like, he's been on such a heater. If he ends up shooting the ball badly tonight, it's not like I'm going to shit on him for it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen sometime. I feel like lately some of those missed layups by Zach could have easily been simple dunks. Yeah, but you know what? I think sometimes we don't really give credit for how much energy dunking exerts, right? But I get what you're coming from on that one. Will the teams do a trade during the halftime break? That is hilarious. That's funny. Buzelis has 4 rebounds. Pat has 0. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Haize, if Jerry had a brain, he'd hire Sydney Sweeney as head coach. She'll get people to listen. That is that is hilarious. That's funny. Another watchable competitive game. I'll take what I can. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a very competitive game event. Now, it sucks that it's this close against the team with one of the worst records in the NBA. But no, this is a fun game. If you didn't look at either team's record, right, coming into this game, and you just came to watch a game of basketball, this is a really competitive game. Really competitive game. Zion legit giving P. Will belt to ass treatment. I mean, listen, and listen, not even to shit on P. Will. Like, there's not many people in the NBA that could really do much physically with Zion Williamson. There's just not. There's not. Joe Peppers, real talk. Would you trade Pat, Kobe, and picks for? Fuck no. For a player that is often injured, has an opt out clause that his team may actually waive him in a year or so. No, we're not trading. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? P. Will with the air ball and missed open layup, bruh. I'm sorry. It's Deanna. I didn't mean like I knew who you are. Just like bruh. Like it's just crazy. It's crazy. Isn't the Bulls like the number one NBA friend? No, not number one. Number one. I think the Lakers are actually number one. If you're taking the whole world into consideration, but the Bulls are definitely up there. Happy Frigid Tuesday. Frigid Tuesday. Okay, okay. I just want to see how Patrick Williams play off the bench. Let Julian Armadas be our starting power forward. We know how Patrick Williams plays off the bench, the exact same way he plays as a starter. Exact same. Like if you look at Patrick Williams, uh, his production off the bench versus his production as a starter, it's literally the numbers are the exact same, the exact same. And maybe that strengthens your. I'm not saying that knocks your conversation. I'm just saying we know what Patrick Williams is off the bench. Same exact production. Same exact production. I just want to reiterate Zion is a fat ass with the my whoa. First of all, why are you talking about bruh's man stuff? Like why wake up and be like, hey, yeah, you know what I'm thinking about is Zion's thing. Like that's not a flex. It's kind of weird that that's where you went to, bro. You got dick on the brain. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing during a basketball game that you're sitting there with dick brain. Like it's a pause moment there, bro. Why are you thinking about dick so much? It's crazy. Grady isn't. We're not playing against the Raptors. Grady ain't out there. Problem with the Bulls is consistent play down to opponents. It varies from game to game. We play terrible against pathetic squads and look solid and competitive against top playoff squads, vice versa. No, well, we look terrible against some playoff teams too. So, I mean, I'm just saying. How come I've seen nothing about McCollum dropping 50 against the Wizards? Because it's the Wizards. I think the Wizards. It's the Wizards and there's another team. I think it's the Hawks. They've given up the most 30, 40, and 50-point games this season. So, it is what it is. It's cold as hell, and I ain't watching this game, so I'm saying hello. That's funny. Well, thank you for supporting. We appreciate you. Trade Patrick Williams for a bag of Garrett popcorn. What did Garrett popcorn do to you to where you would want to trade it for such a low value? That's what I want to ask you. That's crazy. Seeing how players are playing tonight, if you were the coach, what would you say to the players who are what would you say to the players and who would you start? I mean, I'm not one for changing starters from first to second half. I think you keep that the same. But I would say this: attack. The three ball isn't falling today. We're 8 of 20 for 40%. Attack. Try to get Zion fat. Listen, the one thing I'll say on offense, Zion's physicality is not much that the Bulls can mess with. But you know what Zion can't mess with is the Bulls' athleticism when the Pelicans are on defense. I would attack Zion, meaning that anybody who's Zion's guarding, drive to the lane, force him to put that body on. That's a bit of a pause, but force him to try to put a body on you and get him in foul trouble. That's what I'll say. Do you think their level of play is better than what you asked that already? Sydney, what's happening? Do you got Tourette's? You asked that question. I told you the level of play is the style of play is different. I can't say that it's better. You asked that during the pregame show, Sydney. What are we doing? Jokes on you. I swing both ways. Hey, listen, it's 2025, bro. No judgment. Listen, no judgment at all. Poles and holes. That's what it's about. Poles and holes. You like both? You like both, right? Listen, it is what it is. I'm just off the haterade and some hard liquor tonight, bro. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. The way you just accused that man like that is crazy. Hey man, listen, y'all know the jokes. The jokes be they just come. They just come. Haize, in your opinion, if AK was actually going to make a trade at the deadline, besides trading Vooch, what other players should we get on? Again, the Bulls aren't in a position for me to say let's target certain players. If the Bulls are trading, they're sellers, not buyers. So it's more about what assets are they trying to get back in trades. It's not it. That's all it is. Zion been in the gym with Mariah Mills. I think he can handle getting body. First of all, I mean, her body's man-made, so that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different. Haize got his favorites. I see. No, Haize just goes with people who say smart things or funny things. Be smart or be funny. That's what it comes down to. Oh, hush, Haize, I'm working, trying to listen to you and pack all at the same time. I can't multitask. Where you going, Sydney? Where are you going? Where trip are you going on? Oh, the joke I want to make, I can't make. Oh, I'm trying to clean this up. Oh, God, I got a great joke. It would have been hilarious. I'm just going to shut up, though. Haize, would you trade P. Will and Vooch for Kuminga, Moody, and 2 or 3 first-round picks? I like how close this game. I don't like how close this game is. Bulls should be beating the brakes off them. I'm just so disappointed in Pat. I mean, if any team's giving you 3 first-round picks for P. Will and Vooch, yeah, I don't give a fuck what else is in the deal. 3 first-round unprotected? Unprotected is the same way Vern got here. It's unprotected. Well, technically, I guess same way we all got here. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, maybe somebody should try the P. Will treatment. Remember when Jordan Poole popped off when he saw baddies in the crowd? Maybe if there was a baddie in the crowd, P. Will. You think it's Chicago? You think the Bulls are in Chicago and there's no baddies in the crowd? I'm just saying. You think there's no baddies in the crowd in Chicago, Illinois? Come on, Josh. Get it together, bro. Get it together. Get it together, man. He's gonna post this dirty joke later on. A ghost account says he's cleaning up his show. Listen, I'm trying my best. I'm a dirty motherfucker. I just try my best. Fuck it. Hold Zach, move Vooch. Hope God blesses us with the 9th pick. Get come on and see what we look like from there. Listen, that's a lot of hope. And here's one thing that I've learned at being a Bulls fan. God don't look at the Bulls, man. That's it. I still can't believe somebody slept with Vern Raw and he got kids. That's crazy. Like I said, y'all, if you single, you really are the problem. You really are the problem. If y'all can't find anybody out there, you got to start realizing that you are the problem. That's just is what it is, man. Well, I still don't want Zion on this team. I won't deny he's a dominating player when he's on the court. Yeah, I mean, when he can stay healthy. Any word on Io? Miss what he brings to the team, his speed to the ad with Gideon Zoe. Well, we already knew that he wasn't going to be reevaluated for 10 more days. So I think that's coming up soon towards the end of this week. So maybe we see Io soon. Vooch not no hard no center like Joakim Noah. Clearly, Jeremy. Clearly. Management are just collecting the big checks. I mean, listen, I wish I could defend them. I really wish I could because they're Chicago Bulls front office. But I mean, at this point, like, it just is what it is. We just are where we are as a franchise. It's really all I can say. It's all I can say for real. Zoe is dominant on the court and at McDonald's and the local pizza joint. Don't forget Wingstop and Arby's. and Wendy's, and I even heard the Krispy Kreme. So yeah, I mean, Zoe's pretty dominant. But the game's back on. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red, y'all.